Hey y'all, it is actually 11 p.m. tonight that I'm making this video, but I have to get it in where I can find time to do it. My schedule is just crazy right now. It's crazy. But I did speak on my previous video. I talked about me. I've been hearing from God, but I just haven't been making videos like I would normally do as soon as I would hear the word or whatever from him. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and go and talk about one of the things that I heard from him, which was I heard Alabaster, and in the uh, Bible, it talks about the woman. Uh, what is it? Mary of Bethany. But it's also saying that it could be Mary Magdalene, um, of the unnamed woman who broke the alabaster box and poured out the oil, expensive oil, onto the feet of Jesus. Um, and they were questioning why she would do that, like because she could have took that expensive oil and sold it and did something for the poor. So basically, she was being mocked for doing what she done because they felt like it was a total waste. But Jesus honored her for her great love for him. He even explained that this story will be told for wherever the gospel is preached in memory of her. And basically, what I'm getting from him just putting alabaster on my spirit. And with that, he also said, I heard fruits of labor. So yeah, there's fruits of the spirit, but there's also fruits of labor. You get fruits of labor. Um, so I had looked up fruits of labor in the Bible, and it led me to Psalms 128:1. But I'm going to read the whole 128 Psalms. And it says, how happy is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his way. You will surely eat what your hands have worked for. You will be happy and it will go well with you. Your wife will be like a fruitful vine within your house, your children like young olive trees around your table. In this very way, the man who fears the Lord will be blessed. May the Lord bless you from Zion so that you will see the prosperity of Jerusalem all the days of your life and will see your children's children. Peace be with Israel. So, um, I am putting all this together to say that God is calling for us to take our pride and our most prized possessions and break them and just release everything that we have to him, surrender to him, surrender all to him so that you can have peace in your life. He's wanting to bring peace into everybody's lives, and the best way to go about doing that is surrendering to him. When you surrender over everything to him, it brings on a peace that I can't even explain, because I feel that peace. When I surrendered my whole situation with my marriage over to him, um, and everything else that was happening in my life, when I surrendered it all to him and I just let go, I just became so at peace with the way things happened. And it takes a lot to just break open that box and just lay it at the feet of Jesus. It takes a lot. But when you do that, when you do it, not do it and then take your hand and pull back some of the things that you placed at the feet of Jesus. Um, it's like a peace that is just so. I've never felt that peace before, and God is calling for us all to surrender to Him, to open up our to break open our alabaster box, the boxes of everything, like take everything, all of your everything you've done, all your sins, everything that you've done that's not of Him, things that you're going through. He wants you to let go and place it at the feet of Jesus so that you can get the peace in your life that you deserve. So you can get to have that fruits of your labor, the real fruits of your labor. Because I'm telling you, that peace from God brings on so much. Like, it's like beyond anything that you could ever imagine, that feeling. Um, it's just a place that I had never been in my life. I never felt that type of peace before in my life. And it's just so amazing. And just putting all of this together, it just, God is trying to work. He's trying to do the things that He wants to do for you, but He needs you to let go. Let go of what you're trying to still control. Let go of everything and surrender to Him. Lay it all at His feet and let Him take the wheel of your life. Let go. Stop trying to hold on and just let it go. When you allow God to order your steps, when you develop your relationship with God and you allow God to drive, you allow God to give you your orders, to show you which way to go, to tell you how to handle things, it's going to be a life-changing situation. Because it's one thing to say, I surrender, but then when the devil tempts you or tries you, because the devil, as soon as you surrender, the devil is going to definitely be right there. Like, oh, you surrender? Okay, here. You know, throw something at you just to test you, to see if you truly do surrender, if you have surrendered it over to Him. And let me tell you, there's going to be some moments of where you've got to stand strong. You've got to be really strong, because the devil is going to tempt you more when you surrender it all to God, because he knows that when you have surrendered it over to God and you're at peace, it's going to be hard for him to get you to turn back towards the things that he was having you doing. Like, because when you really surrender to God, you're at a peaceful state to where it will hurt you more to go back to take it back from God. It will cause, because you will be relieving yourself of so much stress and anxiety when you hand it over to God, and you fully hand it over to God and you let Him take the wheel. Even on those days where you don't see God, you don't think that God is working for you, you still hand it over to Him, and you're at peace with the situation. No matter what gets thrown your way, you're at peace with it. And the devil keeps trying you and keeps trying you, and he see that you really are at peace, because I'm telling you that peace is amazing. It's truly amazing. And that's why I'm like, I will not ever go back to my old ways, the ways that I have grown from. And I will not allow anybody to take me to that point anymore in my life, because it's a life-changing thing. It's a life-changing situation when you let go and really let God take control. You're going to have your moments where you're weak, and but that's the moments where you go into prayer and you seek God and you tell him, like, God, I don't know what you're doing, but I trust you, and let it go. Let it go. Because the more you put your hands into it, it's going to take you back. And you can't afford to go back. Once you have handed it over to God, you can't afford to go back. Because whatever happens with the situation, you're going to know that it was of God. It was God's doing, because you took your hands out of it and you handed it to him. So that's going to be on God, whether or not how that situation pans out. That's God's doing. So if it ended in you ending a relationship, or you ending a friendship, or you leaving your job, or you closing your business, or you starting a business, it was of God. It was all in God's plans, because you put it at God's feet, and allow him to lead you. So you have to give yourself some grace, and give yourself time to sit at the feet of Jesus and listen. When you do surrender, you gotta take the time also to listen. Listen to God. He will answer you in so many ways. It don't necessarily mean you hear from him. He can speak to you through other people. He can speak to you through songs. He can speak to you through reading things, like just all different ways. He can give you signs. He can make things happen like that, and it's a life changing, and it's so amazing when you really fully surrender all to God, and you allow him to be the head of your life, and him to control your life, and lead you, because he will not lead you astray. Even though sometimes things he might remove things that you don't want to be removed from your life. Trust me, God sees what you can't see. So he sees things that will happen if you stay with that person, or you stay in that company, you stay doing whatever it is that you were doing that he removed you from. It's all about growth, because you're really going to grow up. When you surrender to God, you're going to grow up. It's a known thing. You're really gonna grow up, and you're gonna grow up into the person that God has created you to be, because he's driving you. He's the one driving you. When you're gonna see a lot of changes in you, a lot of changes in your surroundings. You're going to see a lot of changes in other people, because God is going to open up your eyes to be able to see things that you would not have seen had you not fully given him the ability to do things for you, or allow him to, you know, control what happens in your life. When you relinquish your pride and your fear, and and get rid of that urge to want to be able to do everything on your own, because you can't do it all. You can't do it by yourself. And the moment that you acknowledge that to God, like, God, I can't do this by myself. I need your help. Hey, that's a sure, that's God, that's like telling God that what he want to hear. That's what he want to hear. He want to hear you say that you can't do it by yourself, that you need him. Because we all need him. No matter what people think, you need God in your life. Things will work out so much better for you. And it all comes down to surrendering everything over to him and just sitting at his feet and just acknowledging the fact that you need him, and that you no longer you don't want to deal with the issues that's going on in your life. You handing everything over. You're laying your sins at his feet so he can wash you clean. He died on the cross for our sins. So he's giving you a chance to have a clean slate, no matter what you've done in your past. When you're surrendering it all to God, guess what? You're wiping your slate clean to be able to move forward to do all that he called you to do. And all it takes is you to just surrender. Lord, I surrender all. Lord, I don't know what you're doing, but I trust you. Lord, I can't do this by myself. I need you. It's just as simple as that. But the hard part of it all is it's going to come from the devil and his temptations. The devil tempting you to go back to doing things that you know God has told you to stop doing, to doing things to jack up what God's told you to do, to continue to allow the people that God has told you to let go of be in your life. Like, when God says cut it out, you need to cut it out. Why? Because like I said, he sees things that you cannot see. He knows us all. He knows how many pieces of hair we have on our head. He knows us. He sees all of us. No matter what you think you're hiding from or hiding from other people, you're not hiding it from the man above. No one is hiding anything when it comes to God. Therefore, God is looking out for you when he's telling you to let go of someone, when he's telling you to stop doing something, when he's telling you to walk out, to leave that job, to move out of the state. When he's telling you to do these things, there is a reason behind it. And I guarantee you, he will not have you let go of anything that he's not going to give you greater than in it. Whether it's a person, a job, a career, a business, ministry, whatever, children, like whatever it is. If he tell you to walk away, walk away. Because he's guaranteed to be saving you from something, and he's guaranteed that whatever he's having you walk away from, there's greater on the other side. It's greater on the other side. And you will not regret it. I have not regretted anything that I have done since I started my walk. I have not regretted anything. God has really showed up for me in ways that I don't know, I cannot explain. It's just so amazing. Even the little things blow my mind because I could be praying to God about something and he he sends a message to me, or he speaks to me, or he'll speak to me through other people. He'll speak to me through music. He'll put lyrics on my mind. I'll just be sitting here laying in the bed, or I'll just be on my daily routine or whatever, and there's certain lyrics to songs that will hit my spirit. And I'm like, Lord, oh my God, I just prayed about this and this is my answer. Like, it's just so amazing how God works. And I would not change my relationship with, the only thing I would do is just make my relationship with him stronger. I want it to be stronger and stronger and grow stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Like, I just don't know what I would do without God in my life, and without God taking control and taking hold of me the way that he did. And he's that's what he's wanting for all of us. And he's wanting you to break your alabaster box and pour out your precious stones, pour out all that you feel that is of value, to let it all go. Don't put so much pride. Don't put any pride into those possessions because they can easily be taken away. Something can easily happen. He can make anything happen. And the things that you take, you have so much pride in, can be gone like that. Pride is a sin. Having pride is a sin. So it's coming down to the point to where you want to surrender to God, because it's just, the world is crazy. There's so much going on, and it's just gonna get worse, y'all. It's gonna get worse. And the best way to get through this is to have a relationship with God, because you're gonna need it. Nobody else can get you your salvation. You got to get it yourself. And the longer you wait, the clock is ticking. And because we don't know when he's coming back. And it's just, he's calling for us as prophets to spread the gospel, to spread the word, to get to as many souls as we can, to bring those souls to him, because he wants all of us. He wants all of our souls to be with him. And I will forever proclaim, the gospel. I will forever spread the gospel from here on out, because that's what I was placed here to do. He's given me my assignment. And I've already poured out my box to him. Um, and he's already shown me, he's already been blessing me. I've been getting blessed. It's just so many blessings that God has stored upon me, just out the blue. And it's just so amazing to me, the things that he's made happen. And it's only at the beginning. Like, I just love the Lord, y'all. And I don't want this video to be too long, but I just wanted to let y'all know that he did place alabaster box on my spirit and fruits of labor. And you want your fruits of labor, therefore you need to pour out your alabaster box to God. Lay it at his feet. Surrender all and leave it alone. Continue to walk with him, talk with him, and do what it is that he's calling you to do. And you will reap your fruits of labor. God bless.